Hello everyone and welcome to yet another lovely episode of CoT Versus. I am here with the ever-present Bromms.
Yes, hello.
And this week's episode is actually anyway, sorry everyone. I just totally cut the video short like a noob. I was like, let me go check something and then click out of the game. But anyway, Michael Ramirez, thank you for the suggestion of doing the Clone Wars, which is what we'll be doing here in our Mesmer versus Mesmer video this week. So thank you for your suggestions again, or for your suggestion, and please send us suggestions so we'll have new stuff to do. But yeah, that's that. Bromms and I don't know what each other is using. We did outlaw polymorph Moa though, because that would be a little one-sided depending on who got that off and timed it right, I feel. So we'll do what we did last time. We'll do the 2 out of 3 and then talk builds, and then that'll be that.
Cool.
So, are you ready?
I am ready.
Alright, then let's go.
Alright.
I'm bleeding. I could outrun a centaur.
So much disappearing.
No, that was not at all done well.
I'm bleeding.
Ugh, that was awfully.
Whew.
You know what did it was the. I hate that it deselects you when.
Yeah, when you mean when you stealth or whatever?
Yeah, or you generate a clone, it deselects something. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to generate clones, but the majority of Mesmer skills don't let you generate clones unless you're targeting something.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I botched one of my abilities with that. I tried to summon Phantom Duelist and I didn't have anything targeted, so it was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. Thanks, game. Because I don't know about you, but I take off the auto-targeting thing for other things, so it doesn't automatically pick a target unless I have it selected.
Yeah, exactly.
Which in this case is to my detriment, apparently. But
Is that my dead body? Or a dead body?
it is. No, that was there when we started.
Alright.
That's Jeffrey, the windmill tenant guy.
Sorry, Jeff. Alright, are you ready to try this again?
Yes, I am.
Alright, let's do it.
What's going on?
It's just, it's funny to play as a Mesmer because I'm really out of practice with my my Mesmer was my first level 80 character, but it's been such a long time since I seriously played it.
Still. Barely help. Vigor. Recover.
The heck did you go? What? Oh, tricky. It doesn't automatically pick a target unless I have it selected.
Yeah, exactly.
Which in this case is to my detriment, apparently. But
Is that my dead body? Or a dead body?
it is. No, that was there when we started.
right.
That's Jeffrey, the windmill tenant guy.
Sorry, Jeff. All right, are you ready to try this again?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, let's do it.
It's just, it's funny to play as a Mesmer because I'm really out of practice with my my Mesmer was my first level 80 character, but it's been such a long time since I seriously played it.
Fair health, vigor, recover.
The heck did you go? What? Oh, tricky.
Ready for more. My pain is easy. Gave it my all.
Oof.
Wow, that was good. That was a long fight.
Yeah, that was surprisingly long. I'm not sure what heal I like best on a Mesmer for 1v1 because I'm just trying to think.
Yeah,
1v1.
I'm using Ether Feast, or Ether, whatever, however you pronounce that word. I think it's Ether. Ether Feast. It's got like a 20-second cooldown, which is pretty good. And
Yeah.
with Scepter, I'm popping out clones, so it seemed to make sense.
Yeah, I tried Mirror at the beginning just because I figured 1v1, but I don't know. I'm sure how I feel about it. Then I
Yeah.
tried the Mantra one, but it's not, I don't like it.
I've never really enjoyed the mantras all that much. I'm sure there's mantra builds that are good, but
Yeah.
I can't make one. So.
Well, that was 2 out of 3. So let's talk builds.
All right.
So you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I am, as is probably obvious by now, using Greatsword, and in my other hand, I'm using Scepter and Pistol.
Mhm.
For skills, I'm using Ether Feast for a heal. I've got Blink, Null Field, and Decoy. Decoy is the one that lets me stealth, and it summons illusions when I stealth, so it's a good, like, confusion thing.
Mhm.
As far as traits, I've got 20 points in Domination. So I inflict vulnerability when I interrupt somebody. I took Crippling Dissipation, which cripples whenever my clones are killed. When I daze somebody, it applies vulnerability, 5 stacks. And I have Greatsword Training, which increases my Greatsword power by 50 and gives me faster cooldown on those. I took 20 points in Dueling, which gives me Vigor when I get a critical hit. My Phantasms have Fury. I inflict bleeding on, my illusions inflict bleeding on critical hits, and I create a clone at my position when I dodge. Then I took 20 points in Chaos, which gives me regen at 75% health. My clones apply a random condition between bleeding, vulnerability, and weakness when they are killed. I gain protection when I gain regeneration for 3.5 seconds, and then I took Mirror of Anguish, which is a really interesting trait. When I'm disabled, I basically mirror that effect back on the person that did it. It's got a 90-second cooldown, but it's really good for like things like stun and daze because you basically stun or daze them back.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And finally, I took 10 points in illusions, so all of my shatter skills inflict confusion, and my Cry of Frustration shatter skill gives me retaliation.
too shabby. Yeah, I don't know why I picked this trait. Well, I went with 20 in dueling, so vigor on critical hits, increased precision, and reduced cooldown on one-handed sword. Illusions inflict bleeding on crits, and create a clone when you dodge.
Okay.
Gain regen when your health drops below 75%. Take reduced damage, 3% reduced damage for each illusion you have. Protection when you gain regeneration, which I gained that both at 75%. And I currently have gain might when you interrupt a foe, then gain another boon randomly. And I don't think I wanted that. I think I put that down by accident. Because I don't really have anything to interrupt.
Right. I was gonna say that one's not bad. Like if you're using pistol, for instance, and you get that daze fairly often. It's on what 25-second cooldown. But yeah.
So I may change that, but then I got 30 in illusions. So shatter skills inflict confusion. The recharge rate of my shatter skills, they all recharge when I'm below 50 health.
Nice.
I gain might whenever I shatter an illusion. I have, and again, this is one that I don't really feel works too well for me, but bouncing attacks have one additional bounce, which doesn't really work too well in one-on-one because there's only one person, so I might change that too. Reduces recharge on illusion summoning skills by 20%, and then whenever I shatter, it shatters on me as well, so instead of 3 shatters, it could be 4.
Nice. Yeah, the bounce thing isn't horrible in 1v1 because I do have clones out, so it has a potential to bounce between those. But yeah, it's definitely not as good as it is in like a mass PvP type of situation.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Give yourself Chaos Armor, which gives you random boons in your foe whenever you are struck. Now see, that's weird because it doesn't say it has a cooldown. I'm just looking because I want to change the boon or might when you interrupt, but oh, never mind.
So you're using staff and then sword and focus, is that right?
Yeah, or sword and pistol. I haven't decided which one I really like for 1v1, but I was using focus before.
Okay.
Let's see. So, what to change?
I would definitely recommend considering Mirror of Anguish. It's
I've got that extra slot, so that's what I was thinking. The extra toughness when wielding a staff is okay, but I don't really see that, or clones apply random conditions to nearby foes when they are killed isn't bad, because it's either bleeding, vulnerability, or weakness.
Well, the staff one gives you a cooldown reduction on staff stuff, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like that's why I took it for Greatsword. It's not so much for the 50 power, it's just for the reduced cooldowns on stuff.
Sure. Let's see. Alright, I switched up a few things. Let's try, switched up a couple traits. What type of amulet are you using?
Oh, right. I'm using a Barbarian's Amulet, which is power, precision, and vitality. And then for my runes, I'm using Mesmer runes.
Okay. And
on my Greatsword, I've got a Sigil of Superior Force, which is 5% damage. My Scepter gives me a 100% crit chance on swap. And I've got a 15% stun duration on the pistol. I'm not sure if that's very good or not, but I didn't know what else to put in there, so I'm like, I'll give it a try.
Alright. I'm running a Zerker Amulet just because the breakdown, this is kind of similar to the build that I use in World v World / PvE, but again, obviously some of those like bouncing attacks, bouncing more times, and things like that work a lot better in a PvE scenario, not a 1v1.
Right.
Because you're going to have mobs all over the place. But I can't get the stat breakdown that I like exactly, so I just went with Zerkers, because in reality, in PvE and World v World, I'm using a mixture of different pieces. I went with Runes of Holbrack, which gives me boosted might duration, power, chance to gain might when I'm hit, and a minus 20% condition duration on me.
Nice.
And then my sword, I'm using the Sigil of Battle, which is 3 stacks of might when you swap with either the pistol or the, Oh, again, this is another one that doesn't really... This was my PvE, which was a Sigil of Accuracy, which gains you position each time you kill a foe, which I didn't even think about.
Right.
So,
yeah.
it doesn't really work in 1v1s.
Right.
And then the Sigil of Battle in the staff. So, if I had changed the Sigil in the offhand to just like a boosted crit chance, possibly, would be better. Give me over 50% crit chance, but...
What are you running right now for crit chance?
47.
Okay. Same here, actually.
So it would be, I'd get that 50, you know, that at least 50% is pretty nice with continual hits, so...
Yeah.
Alright, you want to give it one more go now that I changed a few things up, and then we'll,
Sure.
We'll call it a day for Mesmers.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, are you...
Begun the Clone Wars has. Sorry, we probably should have said that like when
We
it
should have
actually
said that.
started.
That would have been really good at the beginning.
We can just edit that out and throw it in the beginning.
Nope, too much work.
Alright.
Alright, are you
Now I
ready?
just look like an idiot. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright, here we go. Let's go.
No, that was not you, that was your clone.
Ready for more.
No! That stealth right there just totally botched my magic bullet. Because it went on cooldown, but it was like, you have to have an enemy selected. Thanks, game.
Still. Barely.
Ooh, nice.
I could use a hand over here.
Oof.
That was another good fight. I mean, I feel like they're fairly close fights. I'm working my butt off.
Yeah, no, it's that I mean they are good fights. They're lasting surprisingly long.
Yeah.
And I think just botched wasting of skills on not having an enemy targeted kills me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'm ready and I got this whole strategy planned out and everything. And it also doesn't help that I feel like the elites, the Mesmer elites, are not great for 1v1.
No, they're really not at all.
Because Moa obviously would make this an entirely different game. And then, you know, Time Warp, it's not super useful in a one-person scenario. It's almost like a waste.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's not, you know, it's not game-breakingly great like a lot of other classes elites are.
Yeah, I mean, even something as simple as like a Guardian Elite, which is just like that, you're invincible for 3 seconds, and then your virtues recharge. That's huge. Like, that could make a big difference. But, you know, you figure you've got a quarter-second cast time to have quickness for 10 seconds and you can't move.
And you can't get out of it, yeah. And what's
I mean,
our other option? Mass invisibility?
I mean,
Okay.
that could possibly be useful. I mean, maybe if you know, dropped a Time Warp and then you immediately went down and used the 2 skill for healing yourself back up, maybe it would help. You know, because you technically, I don't know if it works on you, but when people go to revive you in a PvE or, you know, scenario, that you revive faster.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something. But yeah, I don't really see much that I would really change on this. Yeah, because I was using decoy. I don't know if that makes a huge difference or not, but
It made a difference in the fact that it made me waste out a build. Like I had you targeted and you were low on health, and if I would have hit you with that magic bullet, I think I probably could have killed you then.
yeah.
But like literally, as soon as I hit the button, you disappeared, and then it just went on cooldown. It didn't do anything. Like, all right then.
Yeah, I feel like auto targeting on would make a big difference in this fight, just because of the clones. But
Probably.
all right, let's do one more because I'm gonna try mass invisibility. So I want to see how that's gonna work out.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for the final time?
I am.
All right, let's go.
I'm bleeding.
Where the heck did you go? There goes another wasted skill because of decoy.
Nope, it didn't matter.
Yeah, that actually worked out pretty well for me because Greatsword does more damage at longer range, and being in that time warp, it was because I think you were probably like around 600 to 900, so it was pumping out a pretty decent chunk.
That's true, yeah. Well, there you have it. Pretty poor showing by me this go around, but you know, we're running out of professions to do one-on-ones with, so pretty soon we're gonna have to come up with something completely different. So that's where you guys come in with your new suggestions. Our NG versus NG flamethrower battle is what gave us this Mesmer versus Mesmer.
Yes.
So we appreciate the suggestions, even if it's just which profession versus profession to do next. That's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
We still have a couple left to do, so. But then after, like I said, after that, it's all on you guys. So. But again, thanks again, everyone. We appreciate it, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, indeed.
All right. /wave here.